Some of the food preservation methods are drying, addition of salt, addition of sugar, freezing, boiling, canning and bottling, addition of chemical preservatives. These are the some methods used to preserve the food. So the first one is drying. So drying is the process of dehydrating food until there is not enough moisture to support microbial activity. That means, so dehydrating means removing of water, and if the food containing, already we studied in the previous class, if there is any moisture in the food, it makes the food to undesirable, because the microbes are microbes can grow in the moisture. Okay, so drying means removal of water content from the food by drying it the sunlight, otherwise some other electronic equipments. So it can be used with most foods. Several different techniques. For example, dry fish, கருவாடுன்னு சொல்லுவோம்ல, dry fish, dry fruits, like cashews, nuts, resins. These like foods are can be used as a drying preservative method. Several different techniques, relatively easy to do and require no special equipments. So for drying there is no need of special equipments, because we can dry at a sunlight. The next one is salting. So addition of salt. So when salt is added to food, it removes the water from the food. Example, pickles and fish. Salting is an age-old way of preserving. Is a ancient method. This is followed from the beginning itself. So the salt draws out moistures and prevent microorganisms from growing. In this process, food such as fresh fish are gutted, washed, and coarse salt is rubbed into it. So we know that salting. So pickling also one of the method used to salting. When we pickles, you know, mango pickles, lemon pickles, garlic pickles. So these pickles are containing more salt content, because salt content removes the water item from the food, because if there is no moisture, there is no microbes. So it is an old method, still it is followed. The next one is adding sugar. So when sugar is added to food, it dissolves in the water content of the food and preserve the food items from spoilage. So sugar dissolved, it mixed with the water content of the food and it preserved the food. Sugar are involved in the preservation and manufacture of wide range of food products such as jams, fruit jams. Fruit jams, you know, you eat daily. Apple jams, you can eat with the bread, no, the jams, jellies, you like the jellies, fruit juice concentrates, and sweetened condensed milk. So in these items we can use the sugar or sugar syrup to prevent the growth of microorganism by mixing with the water content of the particular food. The next one is freezing. So for freezing in day-to-day life we are using the refrigeration. So the microbial growth and the enzyme activity on the frozen food items can be prevented by this method. So freezing. So when already you know that where there is a moisture, where there is a microbes. If the temperature gone very low level, the microbe doesn't grow, but it is inactive. It doesn't grow, it is in inactive state, so it cannot spoil the food. So for that only we are using the technique freezing. So freezing is a common method of food preservation which slows both food decay and the growth of microorganism. TK means அழுகி போகிறது கெட்டு போகிறது. So besides the effect of lower temperature on reaction rates, freezing makes water less available for bacterial growth. So bacterial growth வந்து reduce பண்ணுறதுக்காக we can keep the food item in the freezer, otherwise in the refrigerator. So freezing can be done in a many ways. Sometimes we are in the day in our homes we use the refrigerator. For industries they use the ice cubes, ice bars to preserve the food items. So to avoid the spoilage of the food, how do we keep the food item in the refrigerator itself is the first we have to keep the freezer la we have to keep the meat items. So in freezer we have to keep meat items, dairy items, milk and milk products is the first shelf of the refrigerator, and packed goods, cake and other cooked items will be kept on the second shelf of the refrigerator. And frozen meals, vegetables and other things we can kept in the box containing the refrigeration containing box, vegetable box we can keep with that. And in this manner if we can keep the food item, it can be remain more than a week as a fresh food item. The next one is boiling. So boiling kills the microorganism present in the food materials. For example, milk and water. If we boil the milk and water, it can the boiling kills the germs present in the particular food products. As a food is heated and cooked, the heat kills the microorganism. So heat kills the microorganism. So boiling kills most bacteria. So however those not affected by heat will grow when the conditions are suitable. So boiling kills most bacteria. Then the after cooking or after boiling the food item, it can be cooled after some time. So at that time the bacteria will grow. For that only we are continuously boiling after sometimes. In the morning itself we are cooking, our mothers are cooking in the kitchen, and then evening, you know that one, at the evening time your mother will boil the particular curry or gravy, and then we can that only if we boil that only gives the food item as keeps the food item as fresh. Okay. The next method is adding preservative. So adding preservative means adding some chemicals to the food item to prevent the growth of microorganisms. So example is sodium benzoate. Sodium benzoate is a preservative added to some sodas and packaged food and personal care products to prolong shelf life. So packaged food means you can you know about the Lays, Kurkure and the chips items and packed food items, milk powder. So for these things they added the sodium benzoate as a preservative. And personal care products, beauty products, cosmetics, and everything they add the preservative to preserve them with the fresh and to use, ready to use. So sodium benzoate is added with fruits, sulfur dioxide added with dry fruits, vinegar, and also in the pickles. The next method is irradiation method. So nowadays irradiation is a modern method by which food is exposed to gamma rays or ultraviolet rays to kill the bacteria and the mold. It does not affect the taste of the food or nutritive value of the foods. Example, onion, potatoes. So for keeping the food item for a long period of time, for 6 months, 2 months, 3 months, you later use, we can use the gamma rays to reduce the growth of bacteria and mold. So gamma rays or ultraviolet rays are used to irradiation. So the irradiation method is doesn't affect the taste, color and texture of the food. We can keep these food item for a long period of time for later